Hey there, Dr. Jones here, and I want to talk to you about ergonomics and performance, the performance of ergonomics. See, you can increase your energy, you can increase your brain function, your ability to be productive in a day, just simply by how you set up your desk space and your office. And so I want to kind of share with you some of the best strategies and solutions that I've used over the years to keep my energy up all day. One of the things that I do is I have just outside my door a yoga mat. And what I have there is a actual myofascial release ball as well as some myofascial release tools. And so I go out on break, maybe once a day, maybe twice a day, and I will lay down on the yoga mat. I will either stretch or I will roll on the actual myofascial release ball. So that's really, really awesome. Now, here's what's really cool is that you have the power in your hands to be able to stimulate a decreased stress response in your body. And it's through massaging the back of your neck. The back of your neck has what they call the vagus nerve. And when you massage the back of your neck, you stimulate the vagus nerve and it actually decreases stress in your body. It stimulates what they call parasympathetic activity inside of your body. So you can do that through massage. Now, another thing that I have is an actual diffuser. So you can see here that it will spit out some nice mist, and it's got a really beautiful smell of different essential oils that I use. So I'm breathing in this kind of like spa-like smell in my office. It's unreal. It really does create a lot of peace and performance for me throughout the day. So you've got the essential oils, you've got the massage, you've got the myofascial release that you can do some stretching in the yoga mat, that you can do even some meditation if you've got time throughout the day, which is another really powerful thing that I like to do. Now, what about breathing? Breathing, if you just take a deep breath with me, breathing is one of the best strategies to decrease stress and increase performance and so on and so forth in the day. Now, ergonomics plays a big role in this. A lot of us, we end up getting hunched over our computer. We take out our keyboard and we're just kind of like punching the keyboard. And by the end of the day, we don't realize it, but we're collapsing our lungs and we're getting a lot less oxygen in our bodies as we could. So that is a huge problem and something that I don't want you to have to deal with. It's obviously a huge challenge. So ergonomics is huge. If you sit back in your chair, you sit up straight, and you kind of have a little bit of an arc in your low back. I've got a chair that helps promote my shoulder blades coming back, which kicks my chest out. But ultimately, if you have your chest out, your shoulders back, and you're sitting up straight, this creates a lot of energy for you. And it also allows for you to breathe more deeply. In fact, they're showing that oxygen saturation levels in your body that ends up getting into your brain is a lot higher when you have proper posture. Not to mention nerve supply is optimized when you've got proper posture. When you are sitting properly, standing properly with your ears over top of your shoulders, okay? This is how you should be sitting. A lot of people have what they call forward head syndrome or forward head posture. Anterior head carriage is another way that people talk about it. What ends up happening is it puts stress and strain on the nervous system and it can decrease overall body function in a huge way. So what do I like to do for ergonomics? I'd like to change camera angles just so you could see my computer. And there's kind of an ergonomics emotionally to your office, but there's also an ergonomic, obviously physically. So emotionally, I like to keep my office really clean. I don't like clutter. What that does is it increases performance substantially throughout the day. So I keep my water bottle down the floor, and if I need water, I just fill up my cup, which actually I need a little bit of water right now. And it creates a lot of, performance. If I've got papers all over my desk, it actually decreases performance. And what it's shown in in productivity research is that it's actually dampened and decreased your ability to get things done in a day by a pretty substantial factor. I forget exactly the number, but it's something like 27% or something along those lines. So if you can surround yourself, what I've learned from the positive psychologist who researched this, if you can surround yourself with positive images like love, and if you saw on the other camera angle, I got a little $5 a picture frame off of, or a picture off of Etsy.com that says, yes, you can. If you surround yourself with positive images, that continues to reinforce positivity in your mind and your body, and that creates performance for you as an individual as well. So you'll notice that my screen is a little bit lower right now. You want the middle of your eyes to be at the middle of your screen. So I do this because ultimately the camera here, I want you to be able to connect with me. So I'm connecting, I bring the monitor down, but ultimately when I'm just working, I'll bring the monitor up, and you can see the difference in ergonomics that has in my posture and how I show up. So I can, I can type away, or I actually have my keyboard underneath here. My Evo desk, if you want to know what kind of desk this is, it's an Evo desk. And then I can also stand up. So if I want to stand up, I do that, and the desk goes up and the monitor goes up. And you can see I'm wearing some shorts here. So I'm a little embarrassed by the fact that you can see that I'm wearing shorts, which I'm sure most people are doing when they're virtual. But I didn't actually plan this part of the video where the actual thing goes up and you can see me kind of in my underwear. Wasn't underwear, it was athletic shorts. But you can see that the ergonomics of where you put your monitor is absolutely huge. So I'm going to bring this back down because I've got more calls in the day, and I need to make sure that that camera is properly placed for that. So we've talked about posture, we've talked about breathing, we've talked about how to set up your desk space for optimal success. We talked about a sitting, standing desk. The sitting actually increases cortisol in your body, which increases stress more than cigarettes and more than eating copious amounts of sugar. So that is something that shocked me when I first heard about it, but I can see why, because you're cutting off blood flow in the body and you're stagnant. Ultimately, what you want to do when you are working is you want to get up on a regular basis. If you have a phone call, go for a walk, and like I said before, have some areas or spaces, even if you don't have a yoga mat or you can't get a yoga mat, or like a stretching area in your office, and you're in like a cubicle with a lot of different people, just go while you're on the phone, do some stretching. Or if you're in a business meeting with people, just say, hey, I hope you guys don't mind. I've been sitting all day. Is it okay if I stand and stretch a little bit while we're in this meeting? Those can create a substantial amount of increase in performance for you in the day. So I hope you enjoyed this training on ergonomics and how you can access a higher level of performance and productivity through the comfort of your own home and or office, and how to set up a space for high levels of performance, not just physically, but also emotionally and spiritually, if you put in some of these positive sayings and you keep a clear, optimized workspace, as well as desktop. I know you guys are laughing at that because your desktop is probably very cluttered and it could use a facelift. So I don't actually currently have anything on my desktop right now, but I wanted to encourage you that you can do this. You can completely take control of your health. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have an awesome day.